What's going on, everybody? Thanks for watching another video. David Delano with Get Sports Strong on Facebook and Twitter, along with GetSportsStrong.com. 2 free Major League Baseball picks for you for Monday, April 8th. I understand it's NCAA National Championship Day. That's what a lot of focus is going to be on. And I know you can get that content anywhere. I do have some opinions on that, but I can go with what we've been going with the Major League Baseball. 2 free picks, went 1-1 yesterday. Got the Washington Nationals on the money line. Took a shot with the Oakland Athletics at plus 165 against the Houston Astros. Oakland took an 8-6 lead in the top of the 8th inning, and they blew it. They lost 9-8, but no juice lost, so that was even day. Got 2 free Major League picks today. Sunday was an interesting day. If I did my numbers right, I was looking, and looks like the favorites went 13-2. Could even say the favorites went 14-1, depending on where you did your shopping, because the underdogs that won were the Seattle Mariners against the White Sox. I mean, they were like plus 104. It wasn't a big underdog, and then the other underdog was like the Detroit Tigers against the Royals, and that was a very, very slight underdog. Like, I saw the Royals were like minus 108, Tigers were like minus 102, and at one point the Tigers were favored. So anyway, the favorites were all over it yesterday. But, you know, keep in mind with baseball, it's a sprint, not a marathon. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I mean, you got my Detroit Tigers right now, 7-3 in first place. Boston Red Sox 3-8. A lot of those things won't necessarily pan out the whole year. I'm not expecting it to. So just like with betting, if you're doing good right now, that's great. If you're not, you know, stick with it. But let me get into the picks, and then I have some other leans. I get asked about leans a lot, so I'm just going to throw some of those out there. I'm only going to play 2 games. I don't want to play too many games here. And look, both of these games, I hope I'm not getting fooled or falling for any traps. But look, it's clear. Look these games up and down. And first pick, we're going to go to the game between the Oakland Athletics taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Marco Estrada is going for the Athletics. He has no decision on the season with a 2.76 earned run average, and then you've got Andrew Kashner 1-1 with a 5.48 earned run average, if I can see. Anyway, so right now both of these teams are coming in here on losing streaks. The Orioles got off to a 4-1 start, and now they're starting to look like the Orioles that we all expected to see. They lost 4 games in a row. They lost to the New York Yankees 15-3 yesterday. But the Oakland Athletics, they've lost 3 in a row in their own regard, and they've lost 4 out of their last 5 games. Now, they got swept by the Astros, and they played the Red Sox right before that. So Oakland looking to get back on track here after playing some good competition. Both of these teams looking to break losing streaks, but I mean, obviously the numbers on the Orioles are not going to really be good against anybody. Out of their last 53 series, they've lost game 1 of the series 42 times, so they're 11-42 in the opening game of the series for the last 53 series. And also Andrew Kashner, he was pretty good his last time out. He pitched 6 innings, allowed no runs. It was a 2-1 win over Toronto, so he's coming off of a good start. Now the bad news is, after Kashner has a quality start, the Orioles are 3-10 in his next appearance. The A's, they're 40-14 in their last 54 games against teams of losing records. Sealing the deal for me, opposing Baltimore hitters are hitting 198 lifetime against Marco Estrada. Not much success at all. One of the guys, even though he has a bad batting average, Chris Davis does have three 3 lifetime home runs against Estrada, and I don't mean to laugh. I mean, Chris Davis is 0-44 right now on the season. Who knows, maybe he finally hits a home run in this game, but look, Mariners hitters on the other side, they're hitting 354 lifetime against Cashner. Cashner made 2 starts against the A's last year. He was 0-1 with a 14.85 earned run average. Look, right now, I'm getting the Oakland Athletics at -125. Anything can happen in baseball. But this is one of those games later on in this year, once we all realize that the Orioles suck again, it's going to be about -180 for a game like this. I am taking the Oakland Athletics money line. I'm all over it for Oakland to defeat the Orioles. Second game, I'm going to pick another one, man. The Seattle Mariners taking on the Kansas City Royals. You got King Felix going for the Mariners, going against Homer Bailey for the Kansas City Royals. Now, my pick in this one is going to be the Seattle Mariners on the money line. One thing got me a little nervous, the price isn't that high. It looks like it's even moving a little bit, the line in the direction of the Royals. And I'm wondering if I'm missing something. I am well aware, and one thing that makes me a little nervous, King Felix he's not what he used to be. He was 4-8 with a 6.97 home ERA last year. Now, as much as that scares me, also the Royals have lost 6 games in a row. So, you know, betting against a team that's lost 6 games in a row, you got to think the Royals are going to break out of that at some point. But Kansas City did lose 104 games last year, and last season they started off 5-20. So this is definitely a team that can go on a big losing streak here. They just played my Tigers, and I'm really not sold on the Tigers this year, but that's a whole nother story. Kansas City, the Tigers' bats came to life against the Royals. You on the other side, I mean, Seattle right now leading the major leagues with 73 runs scored on the season. So even if King Felix does not have his best stuff, he's going against Homer Bailey. I did not bet against Homer Bailey in his first appearance this season. But Homer Bailey, out of his last 21 starts, now he didn't get the decision in all of them, but his team has lost 20 of his last 21 starts. Yes, I mean, he's 0-1 this year. Last season, he made 20 starts. The Reds, this team lost 19 of them. Well, bullpens play a factor as well. Well, the Royals bullpen on the season, 8.86 earned run average. Opponents are hitting 330 against them. Also would lean on the over in this game, but I am taking the Seattle Mariners on the money line. Well, I can already see on the time here, I done talked a little bit longer than I normally do. I guess I got a little bit of time tonight. But real quick, let me get into some leans here. I'm not going to get into details, but some leans. I just don't want to play too many games. I was leaning on the Tampa Bay Rays, but at -155. I don't really like the price there. I also would lean on the under 7.5 in the game between the Rays and White Sox. Almost made that play. I would also lean on the Chicago Cubs against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cubs off to a bad start. John Lester, though, good career numbers in April. I think that he gets him off the schneid here. I would lean on the Houston Astros to defeat the New York Yankees. A little bit of a heavy price. Yankees coming alive, and like I said, I'm loading up on these other 2 games. Don't want to make too many plays. I would lean on the Phillies. They're hot right now against the Nationals. Also leaning on the Colorado Rockies to defeat the Atlanta Braves. And also leaning on the under 10.5. Kyle Freeland, I mean, he was money at Coors Field last year in almost every game going under. Those are my favorite leans. Also for the NCAA men's basketball championship there. I'm personally not going to make a play on it, but it's tough. I'm going to go ahead and lean on Texas Tech there. As far as the total, 118, that's an extremely low total. I mean, there's not really much of an argument that you can make for the over, other than the fact that that's a low total there. I mean, if the game goes into overtime or anything, you're thinking it's going to be hard to hit a total of 118. Gun to my head, if I had to play it, I'd actually take Texas Tech and the over, despite what I just said. But 2 official plays for today: Seattle Mariners money line, Oakland Athletics money line. Let's get it done. God bless. Thanks for watching. If you subscribe, I'd appreciate that. And let's go get some money.